biometric number is A19A0623. The introduction of statistics is a brace of mathematics used to summarize, analyze, and interpret a group of number or observation. It's also the practice or science of collecting and analyzing numerical data in large quantities. The objective of this study is to identify the number of statistics of foreign workers female by state in sector manufacturing, construction and plantation from 2018 until 2019. Among the states involved are Selangor, Johor, Wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur, Penang, Sarawak, Sabah and Perak. The data that we use is secondary data, which is the data is scattered and circulated by someone for a purpose to analyze the data. Secondary data is data that is already available, whether it is the journal, internet, Malaysian record or government article. The variable that we found in this study is quantitative variable. We have done analysis methods such as frequency distribution, relatively cumulative frequency distribution, graphitical method which is a histogram, polygon and algebra. Next, we use the SSPS to find and explain the value, measure of center tendency, measure of variation and measure of position. And the last, we analyze and interpret the data using the ANOVA analysis, multiplier regression, confidence interval, and Pearson correlation. Next, I will pass to my friend.
Okay, thank you to SYAHIRAH for the presenting about the introduction. Okay, my name is NURFARAHIN HANANI binti Muhammad ASRI, A19A0669, and I will presenting about the graph. Okay, for this assignment, our group will present and show three types of graph. We use frequency, polygon, histogram, and algebra. For histogram graph, after we got all of the data, we can see that the graph are not stable because the data of foreign worker, female workers for 7 states are not same. For polygon graph, we also can see that the graph is not too stable because the data of one of the state is too high from the others. And the last one is algebra graph. This graph also found not too stable because the statistic of foreign worker of the state not too stable at all. For the three graph, we can see that one of the state is too high, the statistic, and the data is too high, while the other state are just nice, which is they are show a fairly constant flow. Okay, for this graph, we show the different type of graph because we want to see the flow of the statistic, which is we can see the decrease and the decreasing and the increasing the statistic of the workers, foreign workers. Okay, for this graph, we can see that the statistic of foreign workers, female workers in this state for three categories, which is manufacturing, construction and plantation in 2018 and 2019 is different within the state, within the graph and within the data that we make it, that we found.
We are journalists from Pulau Pinang. FARAH will review why foreign direct are dumping on Pulau Pinang and Malaysia.
Thank you, Mira from Simple Task. Now, live from Pulau Pinang, I'm NURUL UMAIRAH binti Muhammad ROSOL, A19A0730, statistic 4G female in Malaysia. Now, Malaysia, one of country will accepting 4G workers in manufacturing sector, planting sector, and construction sector. 4G workers mostly come from Vietnam, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Thailand, and other countries. Pulau Pinang is one of state with the highest number of forging color in the manufacturing sector. In 2018, around 40,398 forging workers, while in 2019, around 40,489 forging workers. Penang is one of the states with the large industry area in Bayar Lepas, Batu Kawan, Juru, Seberang Perak Utara, and Mak Mandin. This is because employees offer a high income to forging even though they have to work 12 hours daily. Malaysia also have many job opportunities from various quarters despite the wages being offered to local people, but to foreigners the value of the wages is very high given after converting to their respective currency. In Selangor, statistical taxation is very high compared to other countries. In 2018, the data for forging is 6,191. It can be seen that in Selangor, there are many construction workers, such as condominium, mall, supermarket, and highway. Most of the workers in the manufacturing sector are foreigners from Bangladesh and Indonesia. Sarawak recorded high data from the planting sector from 2018 to 2019 at 7,538 workers forging in 2018, while in 2019 around 7,831 workers. In this case, Sarawak is located near the Indonesia Peninsula and has a long wide coastline that makes it easy for forgings to enter Sarawak. Sarawak is also a state that is not explored and has little development but has many crops such as watermelon, cabbage, strawberry, cocoa, corn, lime, pineapple, and dates. Finally, Malaysia is one of the countries with a stable and growing politics system. Now, back to Mira at Sri Pentas, FARAH TV3. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Farah live from Pulau Pinang for the explanation. Next, with Aisyah. Okay Aisyah, from what Miss Farah says the factor and impact for foreigner in Malaysia, can Aisyah explain how about that the foreigner can give advantage and disadvantage, especially for the Malaysian in economy?
Okay, alright. Firstly, I want to introduce my name. I'm ASRI Binti OMAR, A19-A0510. Okay, for me, from what Miss Farah said that the factor in Malaysia, we can analyze that foreigner can give advantage and also disadvantage, especially to Malaysian economy. Okay, so firstly, the advantage of foreigner in Malaysia is can improve the economy development and industrial development. Okay, for example, if foreigner work at any sector like manufacturing, construction, and plantation, they can help improve the country development process. Okay. It also can address the shortage of workers, especially in the construction and plantation sector. It is because foreigners are the most interested in working in the sector compared to the local. Okay, on the other hand, it can increase unemployment to occupation. The workforce is owned by various sectors, so it is possible for the local people to work. And then declining the influx of foreign workers has caused them to make a lot of profit in our country. As a result, the household income of the local is decreasing. Okay, so from that we can look the graph of histogram and object is decreased. Okay, and then the manually method that I do for measure of variance, I got 42,467, and then the sample variance is 1,233,367,115, and then the sample variance deviation is about 35,199.33, and then the shape of distribution is mean, greater than median, greater than mode. Okay, so for SPSS I do multiply regression, and I got the p-value from ANOVA is more than 0.05, and model summary R square value is 1.00, 10% of variance. Okay, last but not least, the coefficient p-value more than 0.05 for 3 category, okay, which mean manufacturing or construction, plantation, are not significant to predictor of BP.
In conclusion, we also that we need to find use data if there is secondary data that we obtain from other sources such as internet form, books, newspaper, or others. Furthermore, we can also identify that there are several types and variables of data that we need to apply in this data to accomplish perfect tasks such as agreement, graph method, size variation, position, size data from such a graph. And we need to select the method, as we can use in either data to show the whole group interpretations that based on the data we get from secondary source. For frequency distribution, there are 5 steps we must follow to do. Next, statistic is a fact or piece of data obtained from a study of large quantity of numerical data. Is also known as a branch of mathematics used to summarize analysis and interpret a group number or observation. Throughout this task or assignment, we as a group gain a lot of knowledge and information in manner of both statistic knowledge and also in real life. Typical method we use frequency, polygon, histogram, and OGIF. For histogram, it is defined as a diagram consisting of a rectangle whole wide in proportional to the frequency of the variable and the width equal to the class interval. This is the bar representing the frequency with which we search data. Frequency for polygons are lines that emphasize continuous frequency charts. Horizontal scale using pinpoint data value and vertical scale measure the frequency of the class data. Frequency for an OGIF is a line graph showing the cumulative frequency of each class within a class limit. Furthermore, the central tendency is defined as the tendency for random variable value. To group their mean, mode, and median. This is the middle value or typical probability distribution from data from its mean, median, mode, and therefore intend to the right. Okay, the last one, true to the risk. We can know each other better, and we have done and brainstorming together to complete the task on time given. We also have to share our knowledge to make and answer every question they have given. We also need to help each other when they do not how to do their part, and we help each other to solve the problem to make this assignment become a perfect and good task. I end this new with me, AMIRAH binti JUNAIDY A18041 with my sister Rega, and Assalamualaikum.